Today we're rating AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards. Let's see what swoosts around and finds out. We're going to start off with the Angel of the Moon. It is a white one, generic Sailor Moon of some sort. Anyway, I didn't know angels came from the moon. It's a 3/3 flyer. When Angel of the Moon enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. This is insane already. This is 5 power on the board with evasion for 2 mana. When Angel of the Moon attacks, defending player may search their library for a land card and put it onto the battlefield and then shuffle. That is very interesting. It's actually incredibly balanced. I mean, even if I get this out on turn 2, even with a lot of power, it looks like we're ramping somebody up. I can even see this in one-on-one being maybe a liability. By turn 2, my opponent can deal with the 1/1s on the ground, and we might be attacking in the air, but we're like constantly like, is it any land card? Search the library for any land card. That's absolutely insane. Sailor Moon Crossing Universe, waifu time. Where's the Sailor Moon secret lair? We're waiting for it. Hey, I watched Sailor Moon when I was a kid. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Looked up to Tuxedo Mask and everything. Even AI is making the anime cards. I think some of these cards are, the art is influenced by the whoever tried to design the AI generated card. I actually think you're right, River. I mean, I think it's legit. This thing is, I think it's legit. I think this is a good card. They could really print this thing. I'm pretty sure. I mean, you can't even have multiples out. I mean, you can play a second one to maybe make some more tokens with the ETB, but it's legendary. Angel of the Moon. There's only one Angel of the Moon, and that's Sailor Moon. Moving on. We got Cunning Earth. Well, it's not really a card of many words. In fact, it's a card of no word. It is of one word. I was about to say it's no words. A is a word. We have a singular word for an instant. What does this cost us? 6 mana for this thing? It costs so much and yet does absolutely nothing. Yeah, A. Not F's in chat, A's in chat. It's not even a AA battery. I'd A for 6 mana. Or maybe it's trying to like imitate the Cunning Earth. There's some sort of frog in this card. We're not printing that. In fact, it doesn't do anything as far as I'm concerned. What is this? Secret Lair Vanilla? We have a rock for 5 mana. At least this is a permanent. Maybe we could use this in some capacity in some sort of artifact deck. Yeah, 5 mana artifact. Also does absolutely nothing. Rock, you got what you paid for. But you know what? It's just neat. Yeah, it's your pet. It's a pet rock for anyone who likes the pet rocks. In response to a food token being made a... Yeah! In response to a food token, Is there a fling for mana value? Maybe? Maybe. There might be a few cards where you like sacrifice and gain mana equal to the mana cost, maybe. Better than Darksteel Ignite? Yeah, some weird upgrade. Look, this rock is in a awkward Is this like a gravestone? It says James River something. Oh no, it's creek. Some sort of creek. The name of the creek is... It's sinking! It's sinking like the Titanic. It's a rock. It's not even a mana rock. Fails on that front as well. Yeah, throw rock at opponent. If only. Okay, finally, cards with words. We got the Afro Torm Spend. We need cards that dibblick less around here. For 3 mana, we have a 5/4 Other. With a question mark. We have no idea what this could be. Whenever a creature you control dies, it deals 2 damage to that player or player. They're accounting for everybody at the commander table. Yeah, it deals 2 damage to that player or player. Oh, we can only choose one. So instead of target player, they're giving us all our options. This has to be a 3-player game of some sort. It's not great. You know, I've seen better. But actually, hold on, no. Whenever a creature you control dies, it deals 2 damage. Actually, this is insane. This actually could be incredibly dangerous. Basically, you like blow up the board, and all your creatures, assuming you have millions of them, will trigger into 2 damage shocks, right? He's confused who is damaging, so is right. Yeah, who knows who's gonna get the damage? You poked me, I whack someone with the whack-a-mole, like a whack-a-mole. Pretty sure you can only do it to yourself. Whenever a creature you control dies, it deals 2 damage to that player. Oh, yeah, you might be right. It might be right. It's like that player. Or... Oh, yeah, it's only creatures we control, not own. What a weird card. This is what I was thinking, Steve Coover. Doesn't work if there's more than 3 people. Do you choose which player? I think the player is you.
Enemy spotted.
There's only one enemy. You're the one who controlled the damn thing in the first place. What a terrible card. I guess it's supposed to be a downside. You got a 5/4 for 3 mana, which by the way is not even crazy by today's standards. What an awful card. Okay, next up, Leech's Boom. I always like a little boom with my leeches. It's like the Mario flower plant that now shoots lasers out of its eye. It's the Piranha Plant. We have a blue 3 generic artifact, pay 3 tap. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, exile it instead. Next time a source of your choice would deal damage. That is crazy! This is amazing! So basically, for 3, I would hate to play against this, against a control deck. I would literally need to have at least 2 sources on the battle. You know, it's terrible, actually, for me as the person attacking. If I attack with a creature, if it would deal damage, poof, it's gone. Oh, it's evil. Quite doable. Who knows? Maybe, it's not... It's not, I can't tell how good it is. It's not bad. I mean, you don't have to attack. You don't have to do anything. You could just wait until you answer the thing. And of course, if someone wants to go wide, they're just going to have to say goodbye to their best card. I think we can ship it. It's pretty expensive, but you know what? I think it's expensive yet fair. And I think we can say that this is a well-designed card. We are going to... Yeah, we're going to say this is doable. Some people might even say it's Zybers. Some people. Can you exile spells? Yep, of course you can exile spells. Flashback spells, so they don't flash back anymore, or they don't go to the graveyard, so they don't contribute to somebody's graveyard count. Okay, we got the Beryl Conarcod. It is a 5/5 Merfolk Wizard. When Beryl Conarcod enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white and black Satyril Soldier creature token. Then attach Beryl Conarcod to it. Why are we attaching our 5/5 to a 1/1? That sounds terrible. Equip creature as flying. It's like some weird bestow. Whenever an opponent discards a card, that player sacrifices 2 creatures. Holy moly. Exile all cards from your library. Oh no! Why would we want to do that? We're committing seppuku here. Absolutely committing seppuku. It's like we decided to drink some Fuel of Nissa and accidentally got rid of our entire library in our distortion. When did you do that? We did it at the last frame here. I would play this in my gifting deck. Oh yeah, you're gonna gift it to like exile old cards from that player's library. And it's like a weird Thassa's Oracle combo too. Like it's 6 mana for this whole thing to work. Only useful if you can win this turn after all opponents' creatures are sacrificed. Yeah. Well, you still have to make them discard cards. I mean, like, this thing enters the battlefield. You can't even play Wheel of Fortune afterwards because you've got no cards left in your library. What does Zyber mean? You know what? Zyber might as well be a replacement for vibes. Does it vibe with you? Then it's Zybers. Which effect happens when? I'm assuming simultaneously. Ideally, it should say when Beryl Conarcod, I don't know, attaches itself to this token, exile all cards from your library. Didn't quite say that, but we could sort of read between the lines. This card is barely... I'm not even gonna say it's doable. Could use a little help. I don't even know what this means by attaching to this 1/1 black and white Satiel soldier. Like, what happens when the 1/1 dies? Is the 1/1 bigger because it's attached to a barrel Concar cord? I don't know. To the Urank with this thing. I don't want to look at it anymore. To the Urank. Gifts to Ash. Ooh, I love the name. Banger name. Blue enchantment. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, target creature an opponent controls gets -X until end of turn, where X is the mana value of that card. That is insane. This is actually It Danger, okay? It is one of the most fair It Danger cards we have ever seen in this game. It's like, basically, you're giving removal to blue. Like, imagine that. Okay, Gifts to Ashes, and then, oh, I counter your spell. Oh, simultaneously, I'd like to shrink your creature to its death. Yeah, it's absolutely broken. So finally, blue doesn't even need to splash black, white, or red anymore, which they needed for removal. Now they have their own removal in the form of Gifts to Ashes. And it's any non-creature spell. If they play enchantments, artifacts, instant sorceries, planeswalkers, they just snipe this thing down. Boom, snipe this thing down. They're gonna have an eye on everything on the battlefield. No creature may stay alive. Toilet Duck is like, it's the Zybers, ship it. No, absolutely not. What, you got some mind fudge going on over here? This card is complete nonsense. Yeah, this is not fair at all. Dudano says, just arrived. Let's see what we got here. We got something insane. -X minus... Yeah, -X -0 would be fair and more like something that blue would do. Blue doesn't kill things. Not to its death. Show me a single blue card that does this. I mean, there's some damage-based, very few damage-based spells in blue, but that's about it. Modern Horizons 4. We're talking Modern Horizons 15. Or at least Modern Horizons 14. Yeah, Ponder now kills 1/1s. No, I think it's -X until end of turn, where X is the mana value of that card. Oh, target... I think it's talking about the creature. I'm assuming it's talking about the creature that it's targeting. Otherwise, it's fine too, actually. You play Ponder, you shrink things for 1. Will of Darkness, thank you so much for your super chat. You should react to Mystery Booster 2 playtest cards. There's a card that has target creature as the text that's like with the AI. I think we'll do that. We'll have that as an MTG set review. Will of Darkness, thanks so much for letting us know. And also we have Schizoritz. I made it to the It Danger show. You have! Welcome to the It Danger show. And thanks to the super chats, we will look at a few extra cards at the end of the show. Hell, I'll make this $10 super chat be worth 2 cards. Yeah, it's an enchantment. It's absolutely an enchantment. To hell with this thing. Get it out of here. Go to the It Danger Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame of It Danger. Someone should record, keep track of all of them. Okay, Descend of the Ancestors for triple black. Wow, this can't go wrong at all. We could have this on turn 1 through Dark Ritual. Instant, target player sacrifices a creature. If a player would draw a card, you wing that player loses the game. This definitely has a bit of mind fudge going on here. If a player would draw a card, you wing them! That player loses the game. I don't know how, but somehow they lost. All I have to do is learn how to wing it. We gotta learn how to wing it. You know who knows how to wing it? Probably the people who vote flying, I'll tell you that much. If you vote flying, you know how to wing. There's only one way to wing around here. I hate getting winged. I hate it when pros wing it when they beat me. Your wingman betrays you. Wing the player, are you the wingman? I don't, what is that? Is there some reference I don't know about here? Better not draw a card after playing this then. Yeah, absolutely. If a player don't be drawing no cards around here. It'll be an instant death. You swoosed around, you'll find out. Yet again, multiple game losses. Hey, AI in an AI generated world, it's punishing. You slip up once, you lose the game, you die. Don't worry, everyone else will lose quickly and you can shuffle up and play another one. I don't know what wing it means, so away with this card. Okay, we got next up a Chain Stoosh Agent. This is a blue Fort generic 1/2. It's a very puny creature for 6 mana. It's a human. It's a legendary hard multicolored creature. Yeah, that's a new creature type. Hard and multicolored. Just as you see, it's like a stone multicolored statue. Basically, got the heart of a diamond around here. It's a human archer. Whenever Tape Gemblem is green, permanents you control have crew 4. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, investigate. When Tape Gemblem is green, the Tape Gemblem has to be like another card. Permanents you control have crew 4. Oldham! I can't wait to accrue my lands. Okay, lands, it's time to attack! I crewed you with crew 4. I like the image of a film noir detective with a bow, but this guy is quite disappointing. A hard-boiled at least. He's hard. This art kind of goes hard. Very excited to investigate. This is the AI that I promised. Yeah, we need to see the type Gemblem to judge. We don't know how good or bad this card is otherwise. Can we crew anything? If I crew a land that has no power and toughness, does it just, like, die on the spot? I'm not too sure. Maybe it does. We don't need this card. Captain Rumia! Lots of good cards these couple of weeks. Thank you so much. And there's going to be quite a few more great ones to come. Next up, we've got the District Forms. This is a green 2 generic 1/1 mouse. It is legendary, could be your commander. Whenever an opponent casts an artifact spell, that player loses the game. Again! In the Imperial... So, wait, hold on. This is like the ultimate artifact hate card, alright? It's not that your artifacts can't tap. It's not like your artifacts are taxed. It's not like your artifacts lose their activated abilities. If you play that artifact, if you dare, if you cross the line, it is against the law to play artifacts. If you do, you're losing the game. Straight to jail. Fair because anti-artifact? Yeah, screw them artifacts. Affinity has been, artifacts for 0 and Affinity, they have above and beyond overstayed their welcome. We need District Forms in this game. Honestly, not that crazy of a card. Like, it's just another artifact hate spell. I mean, it might as well just say, like, whenever an opponent... Like, artifacts cost, like, 4 more to cast or something. Yeah, better not cast your Soul Ring. It'd be brutal to get this thing out on turn 1, preventing people from playing Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, like, all the artifacts. Lotus Petal, the diamonds. Whenever a opponent casts, so you can still get treasure tokens if you trigger it off of other stuff, but no, don't be casting them. I can't wait to see the rest of the cycle to trigger life. Whenever a player plays a sorcery spell, or whenever someone plays an instant spell on your turn, they lose the game. In the Imperial Tender's Lion, when the sun changes on the journey, but the Forest of Knowledge was paid to find anyone of Crocodile. I think it's doable. I'm actually passing this card. I like this card. A little harsh. And these days, with the magic rules, like, if you cast an artifact, you're allowed to just take it back when you realize you're about to lose the game. If you're a pretty lame friend if you're going to let someone lose to District Forms. You can play District Forms, but friends don't let other friends lose to District Forms. Okay, we got Sunth Injurn of the Iquilard. It is a white-red 2 generic enchantment. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, Sunth Injurn of the Iquilard deals X damage to that player, where X is 7 minus 4. Then why don't you just tell us it's 3? It's like, why are we doing math equations? Yes, Sigmund is like, I think X is 3. Yeah, find X. Someone help please find my X. Not my ex-girlfriend. I need to solve this math equation here. Yeah, it's just an equation. Yeah, but why are we doing math? Like, where do we draw the line? I would like to find the logarithmic function to the exponent of 7 minus, 10. And that's how much damage you will deal to your opponent. Okay, at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent discards a card. Okay, at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, it deals X damage to that. So it deals 3 damage. That's pretty harsh. And at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent discards a card. I think it's doable. It's probably not the most wild card of all time. It's strong though. I mean, for 4 mana, you're dealing like a lightning bolt every single turn, and on your turn, your opponents lose cards every single turn. It is a very, I would say this is very, very strong. Definitely on the stronger side of cards. Not the most broken compared to like a lot of other crap that we see around here. Nikachu, you gotta let her go. Your X isn't coming back. Well, yeah, unless X equals 3. My charisma autism-based build is weak to math, physics, and IT, so I took like 5 damage. My math problem should be on a Niv Mizzet. True story. Okay, I think this is barely doable. In the world of AI, this is one of the more poorer cards. You don't win instantly. So how good can this possibly be? Screaming at Naturalized. It is a black 2 generic instant. Destroy target creature that isn't a creature. How is that possible? Destroy target creature that isn't a creature. I'm trying to blow something up. Yeah, even the picture's confused. It hurt itself in the confusion. Even have the mass far never rather past need. That actually makes the flavor text makes more sense than the actual text. Yeah, accurate art. Nobody understood this. Oh yeah, maybe a vehicle. Yeah, like Steve Cooper's got a good point. Like maybe vehicle. That's like that's probably the closest we have to a creature that isn't a creature, or even a creature land, like something like an unanimated treetop village of some sort. Yeah, exactly. Unanimated lands and artifacts. Destroy target creature that. This feels like one of those Coffee and MTG shows where I was like, let's name creatures that aren't actually creatures. Now we finally have the removal spell that destroys them. Still, I don't think this is a doable card. By Magic the Gathering rules, we are not destroying creatures that aren't creatures yet. Destroy target creature. I don't even know if you're even allowed to target it. Can I target a creature and then it just fizzles? Like, would it even do? Can we actually play this card and have it do nothing? I'm not even sure about that. Yeah, worst murder ever printed. 3 mana. Certainly a lot worse than, anyway, not doable. The flavor text leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Maybe it's for the AI generated creatures that is still oh yeah, maybe. It's still land, but it's not a creature. That's the problem around here. We got a super chat from James V. Thank you so much for your super chat. Hot tub stream when? Nikachu is a big big god. Can't show that on stream, I'll get demonetized. Can't show that stuff. There's no hot tub category on YouTube. Gwendolyn, you have to target it while it's a creature, and then in response use another spell and turn into a not a creature. Oh, you could be right. You know, that's very interesting. Okay, so you could hold priority, so you can target the creature while it's still a legal target, but it needs to not be a creature when it resolves. So we have to target, hold priority, turn the creature into like an artifact or something, and then poof, it's gone. So we had to really think around. Okay, so actually maybe it is doable. We had to really think outside the box on that one. How to make this card playable, period. Okay, now we got Liliana's Greyich. This is a green 2 generic 1/4 human spell shaper. Delve, Flash, Fear. And this spell costs 5 less to cast. Make sure you fear this thing. Spell costs 5 less to cast, which is meaningless because there's only 2 generic in the casting cost. I guess it's accounting for all the taxes that it might accumulate in the future. Okay, it costs 5 less to cast if you control a permanent with mana value equal to the life you lost this turn. So if I lost 0 life, my lands will count. Excellent. Whenever you discard your hand, return up to 2 instant and or sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. This thing's insane. This is great. So it's basically a green flash fear creature. By the way, like the 0, like I can pay also with my graveyard to cast this damn thing. Yeah, finally a good 1 with nothing. But it's whenever you did, yeah, we could use 1 with nothing and bring 2 cards back. Why would we do that? That doesn't work any sense. Anyway, so in any spot where we discard our hand, we can return up to 2 instant and or sorcery cards from our graveyard back to our hand. That's value. That is value. I could even thought seize myself. Would that work? No, maybe it doesn't. That needs to be some card like, I don't know, windmill or something. Windmill? No, I can't remember. It's like a blue wheel. Yeah, we'll just say the wheels. The wheels. This has to be your entire hand. Yeah, all one card if you have one card in it. Did you need to discard? Yeah, we do need to discard your hand. It's not wheel. I was thinking of Wheel of Fortune. There's wind. Okay, I can't remember. Windfall. Thank you so much, Quill. Oh, you're my savior. Windfall. Doable card. I don't even know if it's probably good. 2 mana of 1/4. It's damn strong. Okay, the card that cannot be named. It might as well be Voldemort. It is a red 1 generic 3/3 Kraken Monk. Now it's got flying, and whenever you cast a spell, exile target permanent at random on the battlefield. We gambling, boys and girls. Other judgment possessed by Last of Ribbons, Crucials, energy in their lessons, and Molten that the biggest heats are all fast. I said this, if chaos did not ensue on the card, chaos will ensue on the battlefield. There's a ton of people that would love to play this stupid thing. I know that for sure. You'll exile itself. Yeah, knowing your luck. There's some people that are like, okay, I'm gonna roll the dice here, but knowing my luck, I'm gonna exile my own card. How do you determine random in real life? Dice. So I mean, there are like random number generators that you can like pull up on your phone. You just have to count the permanents on the battlefield and make sure it's got some sort of order, and then you pull off the random number generator. Bam! Bam! Headshots! Enemy spotted. Actually, this is the opposite of enemy spot. We have to, we're gonna be taking a chance at, like, what the hell goes. Tabulating is off as is. You'd choose a target and then destroy that target at random, which is not supported by the rules. Whenever you cast a spell, exile target permanent at random. Oh yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Damn it, it's not doable. Not even doable. Our judgment possessed by the Last of Ribbons, crucial energy in their lessons, and the Bolton that the biggest heats are all fast. And very quickly we found out this thing needs to go to the rank. It's too bad. I did a little bit of mind fudge, that's all. Just a little bit of mind fudge. Maybe it's the exile condition that's random. Exile target permanent at random. I don't think so. I think this would be a lot more interesting. You get to exile anything on the battlefield at random, which would benefit you if you don't have so many permanents there. Also, it would benefit you if you have a lot of tokens, so protects you from hitting the more important cards. Next up, we're gonna move to the Land Unquisition. Is a red, blue, green legendary enchantment. Background. Once each turn, you may cast an elemental creature spell as though they had flash. Okay, so you can play your Omnath at flash instant speed. Tap, return target non-land permanent you control to its owner's hand. Return target non-land permanent you control. Interesting. So, I mean, this is like sort of just a means of getting a lot of value. And honestly, would it see modern play? To be honest, no, I don't think so. I think you're wasting a big turn playing this on turn 3. Like, maybe. I don't know, maybe it's okay to, like, keep bouncing your Omnath and replaying it every single turn, because you do draw a card out of it. Not to mention, you can also regurgitate things like Solitude, Subtlety, Endurance, basically the elementals. It's meh, but it works. It could be broken. It could be broken in half for all I know. But all I know is you have to sacrifice a card in your deck to play this damn thing. And also, you could even die if you play this thing, because it literally does nothing at the moment. I think it's pretty janky. It's gonna zyber with some people. I really like the style, says Dan. Oh, you got like the multicolor style? The Teamer. This could be some future templating. Look, Magic the Gathering cards, if it's like it's a 2-color card, it shows the 2 colors. But then once it goes to like 3, they don't. Look, this one's attempting to show all 3 colors at the same time. All right. Oh, with that, well, it's time to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com, my favorite sponsor. Ooh, We got the Fusion Gaming 19th anniversary sale, save up to 15% off hundreds of items on sale. Check out their inventory because you do not want to miss a 50% off sale. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait till Christmas for the next one. Also, Bloomborough singles are hot and ready for your buying pleasure. Upgrade your Pioneer, Modern, Actually, I don't think Bloomborough changed much in Legacy. Your Commander decks? Oh, Standard completely got upheavaled by Bloomborough. By buying at FusionGamingOnline.com because it supports the channel, and you can support yourself using coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Your ability to play any format, any deck you want, any deck, any format, anytime you want on Magic Online, the digital format. You can also play Commander on that online. You can't do that on Arena. You can do it on Magic Online. And you can rent the cards with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below. Or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_25K. And back to Dangerous AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards. Super dangerous. Gotta make sure Nika sees that background can be used besides commanders that mention backgrounds. Oh, interesting. I think it's fine. Only in Commander, though. You know, that crap doesn't exist in Modern or Legacy or Pioneer. Okay, we got the Mere Life. It doesn't look very good. Looks very mere and dire. Okay, land. It's a Mere Life is a land. It might as well be called Wasteland. Tap, add 4. What the hell? Are we going insane? If you control a creature, mill 4 cards. And it gets, so if you have a creature, it gets even worse. This is absolutely busted and broken. Yeah, danger. We finally found a card worse than Mishra. What is it? Mishra's Factory? No, not Mishra's Factory. Workshop. Mishra's Workshop. Step aside because the mirrors are coming to take over town. And they've been, this is their life. They've been, I don't know, mining their entire life. I have no idea what the hell's going on over here. It's a bunch of mirrors taking camp or something in the middle of a canyon. Yeah, keep it, then immediately ban it. Slam the ban hammer. What do you get? You people are like, Modern Horizons 4, that's too close. Power creep hasn't gotten that bad yet. It's gonna be a little while until power creep reaches that point. Modern Horizons 10 at least. So dredge fuel, only if you have a creature in play, which we can eventually do, I'm sure. We can pull it off. We have the technology. Not even legendary you can play for. Yeah, I know, exactly. You could have, like, who needs Tron anymore? Who needs Tron or the Locust lands? We just go Mirror Life into Mirror Life and boom! We have 8 mana for our Ugin or whatever. Absolutely broken. Get it out of here. Board it! That is a boarded design. What is this, a shark? Gone Jor Snack Tubbler. Who's the snack? This big fish in the background or the little guy with the sword? It is a blue, white, one generic creature, so still pretty ambiguous. Maybe they work together. It's 5/7. Gone Jor Snack Tumbler humans are equipped. And as long as Gone Jor Snack Tumbler is equipped, it gets +1/+0 for each counter on Gone Jor Snack Tumbler. Creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers your opponents control. We're protecting our opponents here. Treen, a legendary 2/2 black zombie creature token. Oh man, this chaos ensued over here. A Gadleon new attribute getting Nessurge. Tireding Nide reselectors believe that Razak go Magion. Unbelievable. Toad's like, I'm confused. You know, honestly, I read regular templated Magic the Gathering cards and get confused. You know, this is nothing anymore. Slowly, the AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards and real Magic the Gathering cards, they're converging. All right, they're reaching a point where we're not going to be able to distinguish the two. Especially since Wizards admitted that they're going to start using AI to start using that in their creative design. Sushi King. Nikachu, it's that time again. Touch the soft noise foam for the viewers. You want the soft noise foam? See this? I can poke it. It's not a green screen. It's real. It's real stuff back there. They think it's a green screen. Super Mew Kitty Cat. Someone make a card of the ex-fatty John Finkel, the guy that won tournaments of Magic a long time ago. Legend says winning made him lose weight. I don't think John Finkel ever was overweight. So we're talking about the wrong John Finkel. He isn't equipped. He isn't equipped. His humans are. I don't get this card. No. Get it out of here. What the hell is the foam? What is that foam reference? The foam is, there's no reference. It's just foam in the background. Okay, next up. Gatebreaker. Well, always Will Weaver has these cutesy AI arts. It's a green 2/1 squirrel. All right, you hear that, Toads? Got something for you. I'm surprised your avatar isn't a bunch of squirrels at this point. It's a flying squirrel, although it's not the flying squirrel I know. It's like half bat, as according to the picture. Pay a red, tap, sacrifice Gatebreaker. Target opponent who doesn't control their life. I think a lot of people can resonate with this card. Sacrifice it. We just target someone who doesn't control their life. Who really does control their life? You know, some people are on that deterministic scale where they don't think they're in control of anything. Anyway, some tricks primally with a seed of her work, while true is the repenting the run, and I control its worm. Let them in the obsession of nature, or how that's no oil, says Ketchen, Console Empire. Emotional damage. Completely emotional. Yeah, absolutely look at it. Target opponent who doesn't control their life. And actually, like, doesn't even... the problem is it doesn't even do anything. Like, it is a legal Magic card. I don't know how you're going to determine someone who doesn't control their life. It doesn't do anything outside... It doesn't do anything in the game. Oh, yeah, it might hurt their ego. It might make them feel bad about themselves. Card just seems a bit judgy. Oh, big judgy. Big judgy, the ghost of Thomas Jenkins. So you still do what your daddy says that... Yeah. Exactly. Oh my god, this card. It does nothing except make you feel bad. As if Magic cards don't already do that to some extent. Okay, Bounty to the Jubble is a red-black 4 generic land. We are where are we caught? Okay, I think lands cost nothing still. They can just put it in play. It just happens to have a casting cost of 6 instead of 0. Pay 1, tap. Another target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to any target. That's pretty neat. Could be like a little too strong though. Actually, no, yeah, now that I think about it, that is probably too strong. Tap, pay 1 life. Holy moly! We're adding, what, 9 mana? 10 mana? For the Abzan players at the low cost of 1 life. Why pay 1 life? And I can put, like, Hogak in play for nothing. You know, I'll put a Hogak in play. I'll still have mana to spare. I mean, it costs 1 life, so it's fair. Well, maybe if the game starts at 2 life, that could be true. This should be a commander variant. Everyone has 5 life instead of 40. Be careful with your life total. Lightning Bolt becomes very broken. Yeah, scrap the Mirrorland! Mirrorland looks all of a sudden pretty safe and stable compared to this thing. Jubble is very pleased with this bounty. Brother, what's that? What's that, brother? Hold on, is there a flavor text here? No. Yeah, removal plus insane mana. Admiral Thrawn. So you can have 4 of these. That's the best part. Well, as long as you're playing 60 card Magic. You're playing Commander, you only get 1. That's okay. You can play the Mirrorland in addition to this. Chris Bonehead. Wouldn't even be fair as an artifact for that mana cost. Pixelated art. Yeah. Wait, hey. Pixelated art is in, alright? Some people pay extra money to have their art pixelated. To the Yarank. To the Yarank. Man, if you play this, you're gonna whoop the Monarch with that. Board it. Board it out of here. Okay, next, the Death Bowl. I like that. like a little death in my cereal in the morning. We have a white, 1 generic instant. Each opponent can attack of each other player. Damn. This doesn't. Each opponent can attack of each other player. It grammar no good. I like the Death Bowl though. Would you like a bowl? I have a bowl of cereal for you. And by the way, I hope you enjoy it. And then my friend says, where'd that music come from? Why do we hear this? Yeah, lots of danger and chaos today. But you can't attack. I don't even know what we're allowed to do. Each opponent can attack of each other player. It sounds like it's trying to say, like, each player has to attack someone that's not you. Which I would be fine, honestly. But, otherwise, no, it didn't work. It didn't work to me. A mass combat phase card for everyone seems interesting. We have the Ravenous of Night. This is a white, 4 generic, 4/4 dragon. Dragon? Flying. When Ravenous of Night enters the battlefield, draw a card. Then, when Ravenous of Night enters the battlefield, exile all creature cards from your graveyard. Okay. So far, so good. And then we got the Poke by Cardwood. That is the ability where when Ravenous of Night enters the battlefield, draw a card for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. Oh yeah, it's interesting. It didn't even trip over for... I can't believe it. We have got 3 paragraphs. It didn't trip over anything. We exile all creature cards from our graveyard, but we left all the instants and sorceries that we can draw. It's just a dragon that likes to read, you know? It's just reading. Knowledge. Knowledge is power. That's why that dragon spent most of its time not on the battlefield training for war. It was reading like 8 books a day. This is completely blue, not white. Well, it's white today. Cool, actually. Oh, probably a real card. Enters the battlefield. So, hon, you draw a card for each instant sorcery card in your graveyard? That's insane. But you have to exile all your... We're already drawing a card, by the way. We enter the battlefield, we draw a card. Oh, we have instants and sorceries in our graveyard. We still draw a card. Man, we cashing in today with this Ravenous of Night. 3 separate abilities, and 2 are just card draw. Correction, one of them is card draw, and one of them is a lot of card draw. Anyway, votes for flying. Most doable card we've seen today. Sometimes what we need to learn is how to forget. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, bro is holding like 6 different stack of books. Just took the whole library. Prophet went in and took the whole library. Okay, we got the Scarecrow of Armara. The blue 1 generic 2/1 human with trample. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, target player draws a card. That's interesting. So you're making someone else cash in on your instant and sorceries. Whenever a player draws a card, you may draw a card. Okay, we just handing out everything. You know what? I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine. It's basically how this card works. And we're drawing cards like crazy. So effectively, as we play instants and sorceries, I don't know why it has trample. That just makes no damn sense. I guess the Scarecrow will just go all in when it decides to die. Do you pay the 1? There is no pay the 1. You just draw the card and I draw a card. Oh, target player, no, and they do have to draw a card. You will draw a card. This is a new way to storm off now. We just keep drawing cards through our entire library. We're gonna keep chaining cards and then force our opponent to draw their entire deck and lose. Wait, you can draw your whole library? Probably. So whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, target opponent draws a card. Whenever a player draws a card, you may draw a card. I mean, we could just play nothing. Just hey, you draw a card, I draw a card. You draw a card, I draw a card. It's like a crappier Consecrated Sphinx. May ability, still danger. Whenever a player draw... Oh yeah, we may draw a card, so we don't have to completely deck ourselves. Remember, whenever we cast it, if we're playing instant and sorceries, we gotta give these cards to somebody. All right, we're donating. We're basically a charity here. I don't think we draw our entire deck. Not on the spot. I don't think we're drawing our entire deck. Because, like, it's not like if we draw a card, they draw a card. This is not... That's not how this thing works. You guys think it's broken? I think this card, I think it's Ibers. I think this is a cool card. It triggers when you draw. Whenever you cast insert sorcery spell, target player draws a card. Oh! Whenever player draws a card, you may draw a card. Oh. There's a problem here. We gotta put this. Houston, we got a problem. Yeah, we went to the moon and we had no plan of how to get back. This is very broken. Is it? We're gonna die. Man, we're just basically go straight to death here. It just triggers. I guess we can make someone else go down with us. Whenever we cast, so basically if we play the spell, we can make someone else draw. No, we can't. Yeah. Whenever a player draws a card, you may draw. No, it says whenever. Oh, sorry. Okay, so we can draw most of our deck. So we're gonna be the ones drawing the card, and then when we got through like 80 of our cards, we can stop. We play a reliquary tower, and we've got the game under control. Okay, sorry. Okay, then this just is broken. Yeah, you're right. So we can stop. You know, it's not like most addictions. I can stop whenever I want to stop. All right, I'll tell myself when I stop. I did read the card. All right, it took me 5 times, but I figured it out in the end. Part of the entertainment of this show is when does Nikachu figure it out? That's just how it works around here. Anyway, okay, so it's completely busted in half. Yeah. It danger to magnitudes unknown. But just wait until they, in response, play Consecrated Sphinx. The hell am I looking at? Okay, Scampering Tower. This is a 0 mana artifact and dies, you win the game. Okay, pay 2, tap. Target player discards a card. Activate only if defending player has no cards in hand. It's like stone cold useless. It costs nothing and does nothing and does exactly as advertised. This card type is really weird. This artifact that dies, you win the game. Not based on like what this thing does. Yeah, no wonder it costs 0. I don't think it's gonna cost any more. But we can play it in a Storm or Affinity deck. No, you won't. There's better cards to play in replacement. Perfect for my you win the game deck though. What, just for style, for flavor? You can make not defending player discard. Target player discards a card. Activate only. Well, no, but they gotta have no cards in hand. We can target them by all means. It is a legal thing to do. Okay, I'm gonna make you discard a card when you have no cards left in hand, but it's just not gonna do anything. All right. When you are the defending player with no cards. Oh yeah, well, I don't know, it depends. I guess I am to some extent a defending player. You can use in Commander. Of course you can. Okay, this card. This card's terrible. I mean, okay, technically it's doable, right? Or maybe it's not. No, yeah, technically it's doable. So I guess I'm assuming the defending player is anyone who's being attacked. Yeah, it probably only works during combat. It has to be the person on defense. Whatever. Oh, we got a Saga. Okay, we got the Hunting Mariner. It's a red 2 generic. It's an enchantment. Now, Chapter 1. Create a cursed roll token attached to target creature you control. I don't remember how cursed roll tokens work. It's always like... I don't understand why there's different roll tokens. There's like so many different rolls. Anyway, I don't know which one. It probably just like gives the creature +1/+1 or something. Chapter 2, create a treasure token. Chapter 3, exile the saga, then return to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Okay, and it's Spiritia Phyrexian, a 2/2 vampire cleric. When Spiritia Phyrexian enters the battlefield, you may have that creature become a 2/1 creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. I feel like we lost a bit of the thread around here at some point. When it enters the battlefield, which it can't. Hold on, does it exile? Oh, it exiles and returns? Okay, so it does enter the battlefield. You may have that creature. What's that creature? I don't get it. What creature on the battlefield is that creature? Is it A, this creature, B, this creature, C, this creature, D, that creature? I'm sorry. That creature was not that creature, because this creature was that creature. Anyway, I think we had a little bit of a hiccup here. It was almost doable, though. It was almost a real creature. Yeah, that creature. What creature? That creature. You may have it be a 2/1 with haste for 1 turn instead of a 2/2. I guess so. So Spiritomb might be it might be a 2/1 with haste. Gonna get in that red zone as a smaller creature than expected. It's got to be underestimated. Anyway, may have that. Okay, let's say that's what it is. It's doable. Like, this is a very underwhelming card by all means. It's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Salt Cave for a white 3 generic enchantment. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player chooses a player, and that player discards 3 cards. Holy cow. That is nasty. And like everyone, like if you do it to one person, you have to do it. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player chooses a player, and that player discards 3 cards. You have to choose someone. And you better believe, if you choose player A gonna be choosing you. It's basically an eye for an eye. Oh, it's a super salty card. Make sure you play this in a deck that doesn't mind their cards in the graveyard. So you're gonna have to be you gotta be playing some sort of reanimator deck. Maybe some sort of like return to the rank soldier deck of some sort. We did have a creature that exiled creatures from the graveyard, so I think the fleshes... Oh, yes, the fleshes have been in fact reached. Usually that doesn't happen. The fleshes are certainly reached when you exile lands from the graveyard. Yeah, lose all your friends the card. The name is so fitting. Yeah, it's literally called the Salt Cave. I think, that can go down into MTG AI generated terminology, the Salt Cave. You choose your opponent to discard cards. You're gonna unload the salt. This is a cave of salt that we're mining over here. This kind of no one gets to play the game design screams 90 Magic, yeah. You don't have lands, you don't have creatures, and now you're not gonna have any cards in your hand. We have to go back in time to redesign the Salt Cave. Print it. I've come from it's like Mark Rosewater from the future goes back in time. There's one card we forgot to design. It's the Salt Cave. Hear me out. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player chooses a player and makes them discard 3 cards. You have the option to target yourself, by the way. So your own self won with nothing. Yeah, if you have a graveyard center deck, you don't care about the discarded cards. Yeah, you might choose yourself. Madness. Madness is back in the meta, boys. Madness is back on the table. Salt Cave, any card which produces an effect that disproportionately causes a miserable, frustrated experience. 100% Quell, 100%. Anyway, 100% doable card. No one wants to play this card. Sorry, Super Mew. We play these cards are all coming from the Twitter account, Robo Rosewater. These are all curated cards. They are actually not from my Discord. But you are free to post cards on the Discord. Theros, my rulings in brackets. It's the Crypt. Creatures have, if this creature would be destroyed by a spell or effect, you may instead exile it and choose another creature at random, then destroy this creature. So basically, we're taking a chance. So, you want to target my stuff? You might target something else. Might also get blown up here. Okay, Invasion of the Tavern. I was just trying to have a beer, peace, and quiet. Then all of a sudden, boom. Here comes all the demons. It's a creature. It also has haste. Oh, wow. It's a 4/5 for 3 mana. It's got cycling for 3 as well. Whenever you cycle Invasion of the Tavern, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, my goodness. So we got like... That's actually very interesting. Because you can cash this in for cycling, and then all of a sudden you've reanimated something. Right? Can it return itself? I think you can, because discarding is part of the cycle, so it's in the graveyard by the time this thing triggers. So yeah, it does it. Oh, that's interesting. So you could cast it for 3 mana, but there's actually no point. You might as well cycle it at instant speed, right? You cycle it at instant speed, draw a card, and get onto the battlefield at the same time. I mean, I guess ideally you play it immediately because it does have haste, right? It's a hasty creature. Yeah, 3 mana haste 4/5. That cantrips is busted. Probably non-commander though. One-on-one Magic would hate it. These infamers spy over here. It strikes before one more surprises on the Legion. Well, we can't have that now, can we, on the Legion? Well, we gotta Legion it out of here. Don't you have to be the target, though, when you announce the effect? When you cycle Invasion of Tatton. Well, so first off, you can just cycle it for 3 mana, so it gets discarded, you draw a card, and then that will trigger an ability. Return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, so at that point, you can target itself. Because it's already in the graveyard. Cycling requires you to have discarded the card. What the hell is this? It says cycling 3, black. It's like changes the cycling cost. Possibly a bit too much danger. I think this is a card that probably doesn't do much in Commander, but in one-on-one, oh, it would absolutely be brutal. It would hit danger in one-on-one Magic. You could have this out on turn 1. Dark Ritual, the thing out, cantrip. Okay, it's we got Necroseize Diviner, the green red X sorcery. Target player deals 5 damage to itself. So that's great. How? Oh, I see. So like you're not the sort. Do you know what? This is not crazy. The X is useless, by the way. So it's basically 3 mana, deal 5 damage, which is 100% fair. Well, X is undefined, but X doesn't do anything in this case. So X might be undefined, but it doesn't actually do anything. Yeah, why are you hitting yourself? Now, I'll tell you why this is important. Because the source of damage is going to end up being the player themselves. So they can't be like, okay, prevent damage from an opponent. From an opponent's a source of damage. You are the source! So, yeah, it's basically, you know, stop hitting yourself. What are you hitting yourself for? It's close to 2 bolts for 3 mana, so it's actually pretty interesting. Yeah, you have to give protection. You gotta give protection to yourself, from yourself. Give yourself protection from self. You never know. Gets around Chalice on 3. That's what the X is for. Just in case, you know, there are some cards that are like, you can't play a card unless it costs this much. So, I mean, that's the point of the X around here. Outside of that, it doesn't deal any damage. I think it's a cool card. It's not bad. It's a very neat design. I wouldn't say it's Zyber's, but you know what? It is the expert source of damage. There's no greater expert than you. Essentially. Raptor with wings. Thank you so much for your super chat. I love learning how non-existent cards resolve. Yeah, I know. How these weird cards come into existence. Okay, woke up. Not wake up, woke up. All right, this wizard has woken up for the morning. It's a blue 3 generic. Get your fuel of Nissa right here. Get on the computer immediately. It's a legendary creature with browsing. Whenever this creature attacks with another creature, that creature attacks each combat if able and attacks a player other than you if able. Well, I'd certainly hope so. You know, when I attack, I don't exactly attack myself around here. Now here's my problem. Why is the flavor text always completely nonsensical, but at least, you know, when it makes an ability, it actually makes mostly coherent sense, right? It's like coherent but pointless. It's like just trying to talk about like how the game works already I mean, whenever this creature attacks with another creature, that creature attacks each combat if able. So it somehow gains the ability that you're attacking forever now, all right? You're going to go into the red zone from here on out. We did this together. We're starting this together. And I can't guarantee I'll be behind your back for the rest as the days go on, but I hope you fight the good fight for me. Is that the downside? Permanently goading any other creatures? Yeah, permanently goading whenever this creature attacks with a non-creature, that creature attacks. Yeah, you permanently are sort of goading your own creature. This creature is part of the coffee crew. Yeah! You're one of us, woke up. Are you doing everything, really? You got your fuel of Nissa, and also you're on the computer, just like I am. You know, we got our mice working over here. So if another player gains control of that creature, they can't attack you. Well, they just wouldn't attack with this thing. It says whenever this creature attacks with another creature, they can just leave it on defense, right? And just do absolutely nothing. Okay, doable card. Super doable. All right, we're now into the overtime part of the show. We are going to look at a card for each super chat I've got. Thank you very much, Whale of Darkness. Thanks to your super chat. We are going to look at the Shadowborn. It is a black Simic 2 generic instant. It's not your turn. What do you mean it's not my turn? I thought it was. Did I just skip my turn all of a sudden immediately? Okay, return target attacking creature to its owner's hand. Exile Shadowborn. I'm about to have an existential crisis looking at this card. I guess it's supposed to say I'm not... I think it's supposed to mean do not play this on your turn. Play this on any turn that's not your turn. Yeah, rules nightmare incoming. It's my turn. It's not your turn. Return target attacking creature to its owner's hand. Exile Shadowborn. Also, that's a pretty crappy ability. I'm assuming this is like play this card on one of your opponent's turns. So they're attacking you, of course. I guess it's just making a statement of fact. If you're playing this card, it's probably not your turn. It's 4 mana for a bounce, but that's it. That's it. Awful card. Doable enough, though. This allows to use things that cannot be used on your turn. I suppose so. Yeah, unsummon for 4? No thanks. That's an absolute crap card. Alright, too bad. I mean, doable, but grossly unplayable. Okay, Skizerix, for this gigantic super chat, we'll take a look at 2 cards for you. So the first one is going to be the Ajani. Ajani's green. You know, it's hard to be green. The Dead Shop Squad. It's a 5 mana, 3 loyalty Dovin. Oh, Dovin is play... what's it called? Dovin is... I can't remember what it's called when you dress up and have the as the characters from a show or movie or franchise of some sort. What is the word? Cosplaying. Cosplaying is the word. I'm cosplaying a Johnny. Okay, +2. Each opponent loses the game. Holy crap! Do we need to read anything else here? There's Dovin's cosplay. It danger. Absolutely it danger. Okay, what is even the point of the rest of them? Can they get worse? Can they get even more dangerous? -1. Each player draws X cards. Undefined. Completely undefined. Dovin is a furry? It's possible. The furries are like, yeah, one of us, one of us. How do you even decide for X? X is whatever you want it to be. If X is undefined, you choose X. Okay, -1. Create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. It's got, wow, the power level difference couldn't be further apart. If between on a scale of 1 to 100, these 2 abilities are at 100. This is, okay, the first ability is at 100, the second one is at 99, and this next one is now at 1. And then -7. Exile up to X target cards with flying. They can't be regenerated, and you lose 5 life. That's actually also a pretty strong ability. Not to be underestimated, that's for sure. How do you not do +2? I actually have no idea. Yeah, there's like no reason. Each opponent loses the game. And of course, you're not an opponent. God, that is it danger. Only for the low cost of 5 mana. Wee woo, wee woo. Okay, Okay, we got the Bonded Prodigy, a second one for Skizarets. This is a black 2 generic 3/3 Phoenix. Now it's got flying. If you would draw a card, you may return Bonded Prodigy from your graveyard to the battlefield instead. What an insane card! That's, man, that is like, that'd be so dangerous with what's it called, Cathartic Reunion, because you discard and then you draw. So you discard your Phoenix, you discard this Bonded Prodigy Phoenix, draw your cards, and just immediately put them onto the battlefield. This is another danger card. I think it's Zybers. That's insane. This would immediately get banned in all constructed formats, whether it be, whether it was Pioneer, Modern, or Legacy. Yeah, it literally replaces your draw. Well, on top of that, I mean, you just get it right onto the battlefield. Oh, you replace. Oh, you know what? You're right. So maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. So you don't get to draw anymore. So what do I want? Card draw or creature immediately on the battlefield? I think I still wanted the creature on the battlefield, but I think you're right. It's not as bad. Like, even during the Arc-like Phoenix days, at least you drew cards, then discarded the Phoenixes and got them for free. Maybe this is more doable than I think. Yeah, I think maybe it's more doable. It is a flavor win for the Phoenix, though. A black Phoenix. Or should Phoenixes be black? I really don't know the lore of Phoenixes. According to the Magic the Gathering lore, oh, Phoenixes are red, because it's fire. And fire is red. Color Pie, which the AI breaks on a regular basis. You may pay black, and 2 life. Would that work here? Exile it and cycle it. Saves you from the mill deck, so yeah, Jace can be defeated. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say this is doable. I think I might have jumped the gun. Okay, Captain Rumia, thank you so much. We're gonna take a look at Pick Reality. This is a 3-mana 2/2 squirrel. When Pick Reality enters the battlefield, each player discards all the game. You discard the game straight to the graveyard. I have not much to say about this card. It's not really a real card. as far as I'm concerned, this is a fake card. Yeah, the game's over. I don't even know if the game's over. Each player discards all the game. We are discarding the game. We may not be like forfeiting the game. I'm just discarding the game. You don't even start a new game. Draw. You discard everything in that black hole that just appeared in the middle of the table. Oh yeah, the picture, the art of a card explains the card. Oh, the black flame exists in the universe? Ah, interesting. For the physics majors out there. Take all cards, discard into the trash. Oh yeah, it's like, it's beyond... it's beyond the discard pile, beyond the exile. It's all gone. You discard all cards out of the game. It's discarded from the game. You don't even get to play with them for the rest of the night. Yeah, discard. I think they're discarded out of existence. Some Immer Sturkik is the people of the Silumgar, and plenty of Fury, sorry. Only they have redemptive. Actually, it looks like the squirrel is coming out of the black hole a little bit, because it's certainly not sitting behind it. And everyone's just freaking out. There's a giant squirrel in front of us! Get it out of here! Yeah, exactly. The absolutely removed from the freaking game forever zone. Represented by that card. Okay. Next up, we have a card brought to us by James V, who's really waiting for that hot tub stream. We got a red, 1 generic. We got fast. And it is an instant Azra with flash. I would not expect anything less from a card that was called fast. Target opponent reveals their hand. That player discards an attack, a barn, and all permanents.
No, God, please.
And then draw 2 cards, then discard 4 cards. Oh my goodness. I didn't know I had to attack. I had to discard my attack and barn and all my permanents. Even if we like forego the barn part, which is not even a card type, I don't want to discard all my permanents. Not anything but the barn. I was still looking forward to milking that cow. Get out of my barn here. Well, there was like a really big YouTuber that had a funny skit about like card games. It's like, I have my cow makes milk tokens, and these milk tokens can be used to buy the super big gun or whatever. I sold my milk tokens to the milk market to get the money tokens to buy myself a bazooka, and what matters is I need that barn. We got to keep milking that cow. Oh, that was Pro ZD, that's right. I need those milk tokens, damn it. See, that fast is being prepared for the milk meta. We need to milk. Pleasant Kenobi also ready for that milk meta. Yeah, not doable. Anything but the barn. And when we can get into that milk meta, we gotta milk fast. Raptor with wings. All right, thanks to your super chat, we will take a look at the Earthless Prank. Is a black 2 generic aura with enchant creature. Of course it enchants creatures, it's an aura. Pay a black, discard a card, draw a card. Oh, interesting. So for a single black, we can basically cycle through our entire deck. Or not for a single black. For each black, we can start slowly sifting through our entire deck. Really good with Dredge. So strong Dredge card, strong with probably Madness. And for 2 mana, return Earthless Prank to its owner's hand. I think this is doable, to be honest. I think it's pretty doable. 6-fingered hand, yeah. From what I hear, like the AI art sometimes is just made like inch by inch, and like it's not really keeping track of everything else in the art. Sometimes until it's too late. It's like, whoops, I made one too many fingers around here. I destroyed the earth as a prank. Oops. Just squeezed it. Squeezed it to nothing. Why is it an aura? It should just be an enchantment. Well, gotta make a downside. That's a pretty strong ability. Hey, discarding cards to draw cards. The downside is that it had to enchant a creature. And that creature, if it dies, so is the Earthless Prank. That's the prank. They couldn't make it an enchantment. That'd be too strong. Yeah, AI screws up fingers and toes all the time. Yeah, deep into the future, we'll be looking at like propaganda movies and videos and then realize, wait a minute, that person has 6 fingers. This was AI. And then all of it, you know, some people are born with like 6 fingers and like 6 toes. Like it's not the most unusual thing in the world. And then we're gonna start like be confused. Did I just look at an AI video? When really it's a real thing in the at the same time. It was real all along. If the creature dies, you bounce the aura. You can't while it's on the well, I mean, you could actually. Okay, so if it's resolved in response to the creature dying, you could bounce the return to Earthless Prank back to your hand. But in response to the creature being targeted, you could kill the creature, and then you don't even get the chance. Okay, next up, look at apparently cosplaying is OP and must be banned. Thank you so much, Captain Rumia. And with that super chat, take a look at another card. We got Sakimata, the Walk Mammoth. Now this is a 9/4 artifact creature for 2 mana. Do we need to see any more? 11 mana. I think this should be the casting cost. Roll a 6-sided die. Discard your hand. Say, Coplings died the Pega. I swear we've read this before. Is this not like a return of the Pega? I swear that we've definitely been down this route before. Coplings died the Pega. I don't think we've ever seen Sakimata, the Walk Mammoth, but I think this is the return of the Coplings died the Pega. We had this before. Was it this exact card? New phrase added for hand to discard. Discard your hand. Is everyone? Yeah, the you stupid Pega. If they discard the hand, Coplings died for sure. Yeah, 11 mana. Discard your hand. What hand will we have at that point to discard? Pega here in Chile is straight up going to work, really? It has impressive stats at least. Well, yeah, for a 2-mana card. The Pega will be the new meta. The Pega meta. We have already seen this one and the Black Phoenix too. We saw it last week, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember the Black Phoenix. I also don't remember the Walk Mammoth. Unless it's a very, very, very old card. Rolling dice, by the way. Look at that big it's like a mammoth transformer. And then rolling some dice, getting ready for that craps in Las Vegas. Topega is Spanish? What does it mean? Oh, does it mean to go to work? Well, this mammoth is going to work. It is, and it's going straight to the Urank. It's completely broken. This card used to be in the uncurated without a picture. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. So maybe we've seen it before. It's really familiar. I don't remember the roll 6-sided die thing, but I definitely remember how Coplings died the Pega. That's for sure. Discard your hand, and then you have to say Coplings died the Pega. Every single. Okay, I'm gonna discard hand. Coplings died the Pega. I'm trying to keep track of all the AI generated lore that we've gone through over the years. It's developing, you know? Some of it Zybers here and there. All right, Red Eye, thank you so much for your super chat. And with that super chat, you could have left a comment, Red Eye, but you know what? You don't need to read a comment because the card will speak for itself. She Knowledge! Breaking out of an egg. We got a red, blue, 4 generic, 2/3 equipment egg protector. It's an artifact creature. Haste. Equipped creature has haste. And we can reconfigure. So that basically this card, it's coming out of the red zone. Sorry, going into the red zone super fast. And not only that, encouraging other people to get into the red zone. Overpriced version of an existing card. Does this card actually exist? Immortality, Failed Thralls, Painfoot, Frag Breasted on Hellkite. My kingdom for 1 flavor text makes some damn sense. How can this AI be so smart to regurgitate like remotely playable cards but can't even complete a full sentence? I'm starting to believe that a million monkeys on a million typewriters is not going to write Shakespeare. She Knowledge, but with the mana cost, she isn't danger. No, is not danger. It playable. Very doable, as far as I'm concerned. And that's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today for crazy AI-generated madness. Of course, we do this show. Coffee and MTG, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who supports the channel. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you contribute to the show with super chats, or let other people contribute to the show with super chats. And thank you so much for being here today. We gotta thank people like Toad, Steve Cooper, Shevold, Darren. We got Andre, New York City Street Post, for Ginka, Kano, the Jaded, Old Boy, Tenax, Darren. We got Quacker, Dan, Ellis, Zazims. I think I got the Jaded. Dinglebag, Chris Bonehead, Benjamin, Dynamite Master, Julian, Dadam Draws, the Ghost of Thomas Jenkins, Thema, who else did I know? I get Pedgeman, we got Sears, Jendig, Summer Mermaid Star, Russian Serpentine, Thema, I think we got Thema, Julio, Toads, Pedgeman, because you guys are the show. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep bringing up them coffees, and we'll keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.